Hey, this is Lorena, and I wanted to do a video for you on how to do a border on this quilt top. Yes, I finally finished it. I did the quilt top in January, and yeah, I know it's April, but I had troubles. I had difficulties. I decided to make a diamond border, and I did a test run on one of my Quilter's Life videos, and sometimes I had success when I got the diamonds together, and sometimes it was like a slot machine. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I befriended my seam ripper, Tultron. We became very good friends because I never let go of this thing because I was unseaming constantly because I couldn't get it right. I sat down trying to figure out, and I looked on YouTube, by the way. There's no borders, diamond borders tutorials out there on YouTube. I don't know what happened. There's nothing. I looked everywhere, and I couldn't find a video on how to do this border successfully. So the other day I just, was going to literally scrap the border and say, forget it. I'm just going to put just a color around it, and yeah, I'm done. I give up. But I kind of pushed on, and I said, no, just keep trying. And then I figured out a trick. So I'm really excited. I went to prayer. I asked the Holy Spirit to show me what to do, and He showed me how to do it. So in this video, I want to share with you how to do this successfully. Once I figured this out, I was able to do the next 3 borders like that, like quick, like fast. And I'm so excited that yesterday I decided to sit down and spend most of the night working on this quilt and getting all the borders on it. I finally did 2 borders before yesterday, and I did 2 yesterday. And oh my God, I love it. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Okay, enough. So I wanted to share this video on how to put the borders together, and then also how to put them on your quilt top. Also, too, please join Lorena's Quilting Facebook group. I will have the PDFs to all the blocks to make this quilt top, and also I will download the PDF to do the border. I really do hope you like this tutorial on how to make this border, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the border making. Border making. Isn't she pretty? Look how pretty the border is. It just looks lovely. So, talk to you later. Okay, bye. Okay, so this is what my quilt is going to look like with the border pieces you're going to need. And this is what it's going to look like on the PDF. And this is what it will look like cut out. So too, this will be the measurement for the inside border. The reason I created this inside border, I want to prevent as much waviness as I possibly can in the quilt before I put this border on. Now understand that this border has an extreme amount of bias. All these pieces are bias. So if I have the quilt top very wavy already, and then I put a border that has a lot of bias on it, then I'm going to have a quilt top that bows out or is misshapen because I didn't put something in it, which would be just a regular small border in it to stop all of the waviness. Okay, so that's why I did that. Here you see that I have added this beautiful small border, 2-inch border all the way around. So for me to make this piece right here, I cut the fabric 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1/8. Okay, so I used the pattern to kind of give me the exact kind of distance. Align the fabric at the top and the bottom, and then get my ruler without shifting the pattern. Just like that. Place this to give me kind of about measurement. Take it off. I never like cutting towards myself, so angle yourself in a way that you're away. And that's how I cut these pieces, which are the colored, and also these white pieces. Top here you see that I have all my pieces together so that I could make my border. I have 2 pieces, and I already cut everything. Everything is in this little clip thing. So you see I have all my things, all my pieces laid out as what the border should look like. Sometimes I didn't cut them well, so I make sure that I lay my piece on the pattern to make sure that it's right. The point of the triangle to the end. And then sew, just like that, and then you open it. The same thing, this corner to this end. So here it's sewn, and then you bring it forward. If you have like it off a little bit, go ahead and just straighten the seam. Your border looks like, what I did is I laid them out, and then I sewed here and here. Just a regular marking tool, and I marked 1/4 on this seam. I don't know if you can see that marking. I also marked 1/4 on this seam and right here. Get your pin and you put it through where the 1/4 is, where you have the seam line and your 1/4, into this area where you have the seam line and the 1/4, and you put it right there. Then what I did is I noticed if I put my pin this way, and don't lose that right there. And there's your beautiful point. And you just keep doing that until you finish this whole row. When I put some of my borders together, I also made sure, because sometimes it just seemed like it was a little bit, when I put the row together, that this edge was short. You can stretch it all the way to the end so that you have your 1/4. You don't want to be short. Like in some areas, I didn't stretch it enough and I didn't have enough 1/4 here, and that will affect you. So go ahead and just make sure that your border is done well. Like here, I'm going to probably just trim off and go straight so that it's not wonky when I sew it on the quilt itself. I'm going to make sure that I pin this area because this is a cornerstone, and pin it. This is my center of my quilt top, and the center of the quilt top will have this different diamond in that area. So I'm going to pin my seam line here and then pin here. The point on the other side should be in line with this seam. And just make sure and be mindful that when you sew this area right here, the X right there, go right above it so that you don't take off all this hard work you did, okay? I really do thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully I'll get another one up sometime this week. Hopefully another one happen. Hopefully. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye, guys. Bye. Watch, 1, 2, 3. Talk to you later, okay? Bye.